I'm quite interested in people who recover without abstinence, for example, and what that looks like, and whether or not there's a place for them in the recovery movement.
And I see that, and even amongst the the recovery community that I live, work, and support amongst, but in other spaces, I see people that do that, particularly with what they might refer to as their secondary or third drug. So the primary drug causes them all sorts of problems. They get shifted from that. Sometimes a period of maybe abstinence of all things, but if they've had a huge problem with, I know someone that had very big problem with a lot of what we might call dance-orientated drugs for years and years and years and years, and has finally managed to return to raves and parties, but wouldn't go into those raves or parties and take any pharmaceuticals, but can do it quite safely on what I would consider a relatively low level of beer. They might have 2 or 3 cans of cider during that evening. So they're clearly not abstinent in terms of drugs.
No. Getting into a kind of ecstatic state, it doesn't require chemicals, really.
No, exactly.
Again, NA in the 80s, we did a lot of clubbing, up at Camden Town and stuff, and Africa Bambaataa and all that, and people got very ecstatic in the sense of being able to let go of themselves and enjoy the experience. But none of us were taking any kind of mood-altering chemicals. But I think the return to, there are obviously huge ranges of subjects that this talk can't really get into. But
yes,
why?
Let's come back for another.
Some people who are abstinent say, well, nobody needs to drink and stuff. Which is true. But nevertheless, there are reasons why some people may choose to reintegrate alcohol into their lives, or they're able to use alcohol in a way that is not addictive or damaging, even though they may have had an extensive period where it was. We don't understand who can do that and why they can do that. There are some ideas,